So I recently had the opportunity to once again interview my high school friend Kenneth Wong, no relation, also known as Music by Cade of the group Alex Cade. He's a musician, a drummer, a songwriter, EDM producer, and he was also the very first guest on my podcast so far, which you can check out a clip over here and check out the full podcast interviews down in the description. But I wanted to bring him back on the show to see where he's been and what he's been up to so far in the past year. And in the past year, things have changed drastically, not only due to, but also due to the fact that he has gained so many more opportunities and followers because he took opportunity and took advantage of something called TikTok, which you guys might have heard about. And he has grown his page to over 10,000 followers on the app. And whether or not you like the app, I still think that this clip I'm about to show you guys is still worth listening to because it talks about how he saw an opportunity and how he was able to take advantage of it and take action by creating something, creating remixes for musicians on the app. Take a listen.
With TikTok, I started off posting, I think, maybe I made a few TikToks in like January. I think like 5? I don't really know. Because back then, I just didn't know how powerful TikTok was. I didn't know what to post on TikTok. And it was just such a new idea for me. Everyone's been saying, yo, get on TikTok. This was back in January too. People were already saying that in fall.
Yeah, I remember telling you back in fall when we first recorded the podcast, I said, hey, there's this new thing, it's called TikTok, and I just see like these people blow up. Like this is a big thing for the music industry. It's gonna be a big disruptor. So like yeah,
I really should have listened to you back in fall because that would have given me a few extra months of TikTok fame and glory and all that. But what happened was after just posting a few times, I was like, what the F is this app? This is stupid. I don't get how it works. Bye. That's how it went. And then I have a couple of friends, their band is called Karalunka, and they're a rap group from Toronto. They're great. They're awesome, super, super good at social media. But they had a video blow up on TikTok, and I'm good friends with them. So I asked Rohan, one of the guys, asked him, yo, how does TikTok work? How'd you get that video? And he's like, yo, just post whatever, fire and forget. Making content isn't that hard. Just repurpose all the old drum covers you made back when you were in high school from your old YouTube channel. A TikTok is like 15 seconds long. Most of your videos are at least a minute or 2 minutes long. So that's like at least 4 videos from one of your YouTube videos. Just cut those up, repurpose them, and post them on TikTok. Don't even think about if they're going to get any traction. Just fire and forget and do that for a while and see what happens. So when he told me that, I was like, okay, fine, I'll push myself. Let's get out of my comfort zone. Let's do something. The first video that I posted on TikTok since he told me, that went viral immediately. It got like 200, 300,000 views in one evening. And I was like, okay, so that's the power of TikTok. And since then, it was just a lot of experimenting and figuring out, okay, what do I want to post on TikTok? What works best on TikTok? How do I want to showcase my brand on TikTok with content that I'm happy to create, content that's sustainable? And I ended up posting on TikTok like up to 5 to 10 times a day at some points. I'm kind of cutting back. I think I only post like maybe 3 times a week now, but back then, when
you were super prolific. Yeah.
It was hard, but I got so much traction because of TikTok, and I actually ended up landing 2 official remixes with pretty well-established artists because of TikTok. I made a couple of TikTok remixes, just random ones, where I took the original TikTok, took the audio from it, and just made it into a song. I did that for Emily Vu and Trey Little, and both of them hired me to do official remixes, and both of those remixes are out on Spotify now. They're official remixes, and that's just shown me the power of TikTok. Like that happened not even that long ago after I started posting on TikTok. I want to tell you guys about how I even started remixing these artists, but it was actually because of you, Anton, that I started remixing this stuff. You found a girl named Jayde Vincent, jaydecandance. I think that's her TikTok tag.
Yeah, if you guys want to listen to her podcast episode, you guys can check that down. I'll also put that in the description.
million something followers, and she posted a video of her cover of Wonderwall, and she said that she was, I think, reposting everyone who made a video with her sound that day, or something like that. And then you messaged me that, and I was literally waking up from an afternoon nap on a Thursday, and I saw your message. I'm like, okay, there's an opportunity there. So I rushed downstairs, made a 1-minute remix for her in like, I think about like an hour, 2 hours or something. And then she ended up seeing it and she reposted it. I was like, wow, it's really, really easy to reach out to creators who have such a big following. Like compared to Instagram, like it's so hard to reach out to creators on Instagram who have like 1 million something followers. But on TikTok, I'm like, wow, that was really easy. Let me try it again. So I did it with some other people. They all saw it. Some of them reposted it again. I got a lot of messages, a lot of emails, and I was like, wow, this is really, really simple. And then I did Emily Vu and Trey Little in the same week, and both of them just reached out. Or actually, how it went was they both reposted my thing. I think Emily Vu reposted my remix of her song Weekend, like that little TikTok remix. She reposted it on her Instagram story. So that's kind of like, I made it on TikTok and then she actually saw it on Instagram. But it's still kind of, I'd say TikTok still helped me a lot. And she was like, send this to my manager. Oh, and when I found that out, I was like, oh, okay. She gave me the email to her manager, and then we just kind of talked over how it would work out. Same with Trey Little. He saw my remix on TikTok, right? Reposted it, and then I reached out asking, yo, do you want a full remix? I can do that for you, right? And we just talked over the logistics. I started posting, so I think that first viral video was the end of February, and then my Emily Vu remix was released in July, which is just like a few months after, and we were already talking about it back in May. So like, because I was posting that much, man, it's crazy to even think about it right now. I didn't even know it happened that quickly. But because I was posting that much, I was learning so much about the TikTok environment. In 2 months, I was able to start landing paid gigs, consultations, really developing my fan base. It was crazy how much the effort that I put in was reflected by TikTok. Now it's a bit harder, but I've kind of been a bit more like lazy on TikTok. So maybe I'm wrong if I keep hustling the same way that I did back in the beginning of the quarantine on that TikTok. Maybe like my account will start growing again. But right now, I've got a lot of other things that I got to do that I feel are a bit more important than TikTok, but I'm still not giving up TikTok. I'm still posting here and there, engaging with my fans and followers, and just trying to continue to cultivate this TikTok brand that I've grown since whenever I started posting.
And yeah, if you can tell, he definitely took that opportunity when I had told him about the opportunity to have a remix of him remixing someone else's sound, Jayde's sound, and have his remix be shown to all of her millions of followers. And then he took the same opportunity and remixed songs for Trey Little and Emily Vu. From then, he was able to secure contracts and official remix opportunities, as well as consulting jobs with so many other people. And so I think the biggest takeaway from that is figure out what the opportunity is and take action, because action, like Gary Vaynerchuk has said, is always better than thinking. Action over thinking. And of course, I thought I'd just leave you guys with one final piece of advice that Kenneth has for you guys.
Just as I said before, figure out how you're more special than the other artists you're competing with, the other artists in your environment. Because if you don't figure out why you're special, why would they listen to your music over someone else's? That's the most important piece of advice I could give anyone.
Yeah, I think that advice not only applies to just musicians, but really to anyone in a creative endeavor, or even a business venture, or even trying to get a job. Figure out what separates you from someone else, whether that is you are making videos on YouTube or you are running a business. I mean, whatever it is, you got to figure out what makes you different. What would make someone want to take time out of their day to watch your video or to listen to your music? when they could be doing literally anything else. So there you have it. If you guys want to listen to the entire podcast interview, I will leave a link down in the description down below. The podcast is called So Far. Be sure to follow it by clicking the link in the description, either on Spotify or on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're also on Stitcher, on a whole bunch of other directories. But let me know what you guys think your thoughts are on the topic of taking advantage of opportunities and taking action on them. Let me know in the comments below. But I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.